Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors,
including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife.
We do our best each week to bring you tasteful content,
but viewer discretion is advised.
Now enjoy the show.
We begin this week at Tull Farm in Seaford to see what Pivot Bio is doing for both farmers and the environment.
We'll swing through Camden to meet the April recipient of the WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship Award.
Scorchy Talls takes us to Willards to meet a woman whose love of community grows as big as her herb garden.
And we'll take over the Coast Country studio to meet the beneficiary of the 6th annual Tangier Classic fishing tournament.
Outdoors Delmarva starts right now.
Welcome to Outdoors Delmarva, the show that celebrates our communities, our cultures and traditions, and the places we call home. My name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch. And Jason, did you know May 4th is Bird Day?
I had no idea. Should we celebrate by doing a little bird watching today?
Ooh, 100%. But since you always have the dad jokes, I thought I'd give you some bird jokes today. What do you think?
Oh, this should be a hoot.
Okay, no. I'm the one with the jokes here today. Okay, listen, ready? A duck goes to the pharmacy and buys a roll of chapstick. The cashier says, "Cash or charge?" And the duck replies, "Neither. Put it on my bill." Okay, one more. How do you catch a unique bird?
How do you catch a unique bird?
Unique up on it.
Oh, that was terrible.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here are Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
Agriculture is so big here on Delmarva, and it's always transforming.
And we stopped by Tull Farm in Seaford to get introduced to a company that's not just helping out farmers, but also the environment. Well, let's get right into it. What is Pivot Bio?
It started as a research project between our two co-founders back in college, where their main goal and focus as microbiologists was to find naturally occurring microbes in the soil that can fix nitrogen for grass crops like corn, sorghum, and wheat. Nitrogen we like to call the wonder nutrient. It's very important for life to sustain it and to grow these crops. It's also very hard to manage. So what this product does is it's growing in proximity to the roots. So it's actually growing on the corn roots, and it's going to spoon feed nitrogen to that plant every day.
When you apply nutrients to a field, you get a big rain, the nutrients would tend to leach out of the soil profile. The rain would wash them out, wash them through, wash them through the ditches, which, you know, that does create some runoff problems and this and that and the other. So Pivot Bio, it's another source that is not leachable, so it does stick around. Volatilization is also another way to lose nitrogen, where it would actually it volatilizes, it goes like gases off into the air, for lack of better words, and this is also not subject to that. You know, like I said, from a farmer standpoint, I mean, you know, we're going to use Pivot Bio because it's a source of nitrogen that doesn't go anywhere. It's not, you know, it's not volatile. It doesn't leach. It stays with the soil, and it almost is like an insurance policy for you know, for our crops, really.
Farming, like everything else, is evolving, and it's nice to know that farms right here on Delmarva are on the leading edge of that evolution.
For more information about Pivot Bio, or maybe if you're an interested farmer, you can go to their website, pivotbio.com.
Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, returns right after these messages.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
We are proud to partner with Mount Air Farms to honor area high school seniors who have a passion for agriculture or the culinary arts.
And we're proud to introduce to you the April recipient of the WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship, Cesar Rodney's Carys Raber.
My mom is a really good chef, I'd say. She's never like gone to school or worked like in a restaurant, but she's like really fueled my interest and like curiosity in food ever since I was little, kind of thing. And I also enjoy like the artistic aspects of it, and like I think that's why I've leaned towards baking and pastry. But I feel like there's so many opportunities and like this growing like idea of what food can be and like what it can look like and what it can taste like, kind of thing. It's just always changing.
Talented, calm, and responsible. It's just who she is. She strives for excellence in everything she does. She's one of those people that doesn't want to do something halfway. So if she's going to do it, she's in it. She's going to go for it. I think the fact that she's detail-oriented, that she's organized, that she is calm, that she is responsible, you need all of those qualities to be able to keep that many balls in the air, juggling that many balls in the air at once. And she seems to do it incredibly well. But the funny thing about it for me, from a food perspective, is that that is what a pastry chef is. A pastry chef is somebody who is totally focused on the details and totally focused on it being 110% every time, and that's Carys to a T.
It's funny, in thinking of Carys, there's so many different things that she is involved in, you know, in our school. And so, you know, my first week on the job here, I had the opportunity to watch our band win the state championship. And she was the drum major there. And so having an opportunity for us to celebrate their success, and she was a leader with that group. She's also a leader in the hallways. You know, she's a key member of our culinary arts team that just recently won the state championship there. In addition, she's a member of the track team where she throws the discus. There's so many different things that I'm super excited to just watch her reach her full potential. And she's just a tremendous rider who, you know, just exudes that rider pride because of her involvement in so many areas.
Who's the better chef now, me or my mom? I'm with my mom, because I always mess stuff up, and I don't think anyone doesn't, but she definitely does a lot more than I do, especially with my busy schedule. She's always making like the best dinner and all that. It's probably my perfectionist like tendencies kind of thing, and just kind of like feeling like I need to prove myself and like need to uphold myself to a standard kind of thing, and that I feel like shows through in all the things I do. And I try to like not be the best, but it's like I have this urge to succeed and urge to prove myself kind of thing.
Carys Raber, for your commitment to feeding the world like we do at Mount Air Farms, it's my pleasure to present to you the WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship Award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Once again, congratulations, Carys.
If you'd like more information about the WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship Program, go online to WBOC.com, click on Features, and then click on Farm to Table.
Outdoors Delmarva, we'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
As we saw earlier in the show, farming is a real way of life here on Delmarva.
And farming doesn't have to be hundreds of acres in order to make a big difference, as we see in this week's Remembering Scorchy Taws.
Honoring the life and legacy of Scorchy Taws, thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine, everything but the water.
For Gladys Ketterman of Willards, there are many pleasant days in her garden of herbs.
This is where it all started?
Right here. I just had a small spot, very small, and I didn't have any of that in the back field either. This is my pride and joy, because this is what I dreamed about, was a sign in my garden. And it would be for the James Lawrence Kernan Hospital, because that's where our son spent a lot of time, and he's 17 months old, and again at 3 years old. Like I told you, we couldn't pay, but in the back of my mind, that sometime in life.
That sometime in life came 10 years ago, when she attended a herb luncheon in Snow Hill that lit up her lamp. She would raise and sell herbs and hold herb luncheons, with every penny going to Kernan's Hospital in Baltimore.
All of a sudden I said, Gladys, wake up, you've not even got a garden.
Armed with a tiller, a reason, and a profusion of senior citizen energy, Gladys Ketterman's herb gardens were born, and she's still going strong today at age 73. What was started a decade ago in honor of her son, Reverend Howard Ketterman, is now carried on in his memory. The original herb garden has grown into herb gardens, and her 2 yearly luncheons have become gourmet herbal heavens. She is a woman with a focus in life, a goal, set not for profit, but for love and remembrance.
I do make a goal for myself to be at least $100 a month. That's what I make a goal for. And I must say that sometimes it's been more.
And squeezing this money from the soil for the betterment of the less fortunate to Gladys Ketterman is not work.
This is a hobby. A hobby is not work. Do you know work is something you don't enjoy doing something, and that's because you'd rather be doing something else. That's work. Well, this is not work.
Not work, perhaps, but it has given Gladys a new identity.
They call me the herb lady. A lot of people do. I got a check this week made out to the herb lady.
What do you think of that?
Well, that's fine when it comes in a check, especially. I don't mind, but the only idea of it is I don't know enough to be called that, but I like it. I like it. I like it.
Scorchy Taws wandering our Delmarvelous land for WBOC News.
Remembering Scorchy Taws is presented by Shorts Marine. Online at shortsmarine.com.
Did you know that North American ospreys inhabit the Chesapeake Bay area from spring through fall, but spend their winters in the Caribbean, Gulf Coast, and South American regions?
Did you know that ospreys will turn a fish it's caught head first during the flight back to the nest for aerodynamic purposes?
And did you know that ospreys typically mate for life and raise their young together?
Now you do.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
There are so many wonderful organizations on Delmarva that enjoy giving back to the community. And one of those organizations holds a very fun and successful fishing tournament every year.
Adam Corey and Brad Taylor of the Tanger Classic Fishing Tournament joined us inside the Coast Country studio to introduce us to this year's beneficiary, a little boy by the name of Hunter.
Jason, thanks for having us back again. Obviously, Outdoors Delmarva, Delmarva Life Coast Country, you guys have come and supported us every year. And again, our official media sponsor for year number 6. And that announcement that we made is to introduce the world to young Mr. Hunter West. And he is our main beneficiary for 2024, the 6th annual Tanger Classic, and we're overwhelmed and overjoyed to have him and his family with us.
All right, well, let's get introduced to Hunter. Very dapperly dressed today.
So Hunter is almost 20 months old. He is a survivor of shaken baby syndrome. We met Hunter in December of 2022 after we learned that he was at Johns Hopkins Hospital in need of a resource family to foster him. So my husband and I said, why not try? And we brought him home in December and have been rocking and rolling ever since. And he is the love of our life and teaches us something new every day.
Hunter, he just seems to do things that he was told by doctors and therapists that he would never do. From turning over to he's trying to stand now, he wants to walk, he wants to blow raspberries is his newest thing, which he absolutely just anything that he does every morning that he wakes up, he says, you know what, world, I've got this, and I'm going to prove everybody wrong.
Tell us what it means to you guys to be the beneficiary of this year's Tanger Classic.
It's truly an honor. As everyone knows, it takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes an even bigger village to raise a child with special needs like Hunter.
And speaking of the village, I would imagine that the community at large is really rallying behind you guys when it comes to this and sharing their own stories.
Exactly. From the first day that we mentioned that, hey, we want to be foster parents to this child that we found out about, when we brought him home December 23rd of 2022, from that day forward, we had phone calls from people we had never met before that we've got Christmas presents for Hunter. Can we drop them by? And since that day, the village just grows and grows and grows, from his daycare that he's at to people that we just meet on the streets, and we hand them little stickers for Hunter's Hope, the organization we're going to try to form for Hunter. And it's just amazing. They tell somebody, and then somebody else tells them, and so the word is out, and he is blessing so many people himself just by being Hunter.
It really does show that, there are good people out there who are doing good things for the right reason, and some of those good people are standing here next to you with the Tanger Classic. So we appreciate Brad and Adam being here to represent. And Adam, give us a little bit of details, so that we can get ready for it.
Sure. So it's as you know, it's been growing every year. I mean, we started the Tanger Classic. Brad, our president, and the rest of the committee. We didn't know what it was going to look like. We didn't know how much of an impact we'd be able to make. And every year it just continues to expand. Our exposure, our influence around the community, the ability to bring more families into the fold. 27th, 28th, 29th of September, almost that last weekend of September, of course, headquartered in Crisfield, Maryland. Chesapeake Bay is, and now all of his tidal tributaries is open just like usual. Our format's going to be almost identical to what you've seen before. This is probably the most fun tournament, and low key. You can take it as seriously as you want, but just remember, at the end of the day, whether you are a sponsor, an angler, a volunteer, whether you come down and just help us out for the auction, if you come enjoy Saturday night's party, if you have any wonder where your dollars go in support of our tournament, that's where they go. They go to our community, and it's amazing to be a part of that.
Thank you very much, and on behalf of Outdoors Delmarva, we appreciate you guys, and we appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
The Tangier Classic Fishing Tournament happens in Crisfield the weekend of September 27th through the 29th.
For more information, to become a sponsor, or to give a donation, go to their website, tangierclassic.com.
We're going to check out your latest photos when Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, returns right after these messages.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here are Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
It's time to flip through the photo album and take a look at your latest pictures.
Thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina.
10-year-old Paxton Ward of Crisfield harvested his first turkey in the Pocomoke City area. Well done, Paxton.
10-year-old Sophia Perry of Whaleyville proudly shows off the turkey she harvested. This is Sophia's second turkey. Great looking bird, Sophia.
15-year-old Carter Landon of Bivalve, pictured here with his dad Eric, bagged his first bird, and what a beauty it is. Congrats, Landon.
We've got no beef with this photo. Jeremy Node of Golden Hill says, "Move over, turkeys. My cattle want a little screen time too."
And as a reminder, with spring come the babies. And those babies have tiny legs and don't move as fast as mom and dad. So be on the lookout for the little guys.
And speaking of being on the lookout for the little guys, while you're out and about enjoying that outdoor life, be mindful of those who don't have any legs at all.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
Well, that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you so much for tuning in.
We really do enjoy seeing your viewer photos week after week, and we've made it really easy for you to submit a photo. Just go to outdoorsdelmarva.com and click Submit Your Photo at the top of the page, or you can scan the QR code in the bottom corner of your screen.
We hope to see you right back here again next week. But until then, my name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch, and we hope to see you Outdoors Delmarva.
Outdoors Delmarva, a Draper Media production, is presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine and Bell Creek Equipment.
The Tangier Classic Fishing Tournament. We really enjoy seeing your photos every week, guys. Come on back again next week.
That was terrible. Kind of deserves a song.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird is the word.